It's a new chapter of Eden Zero, and a new alliance has been formed between the crew of Eden Zero and a member of the Oration says Interstellar, Holy. However, it's obvious that Holy is not what she's seeing, and Shiki is right not to trust her, demanding that if she wants to have their aid in tracking down DeadEnd Crow, a mass murderer, and a member of the Oration says Galactica, she will have to board the Eden Zero and fight by their side. Only then will they ally with her. Holy has agreed to their term, but is this a wise decision? Not to mention, Lubelia is terminally ill, with Rebecca saying that sister should be able to heal her. There are a lot of precarious situations going on right now. Let's find out what happened now. Alright, Eden Zero with a nice picture of Chris in very traditional Japanese garb. Chapter 179, DeadEnd Crow, which sounds like an amazing band name. I would totally listen to a band called DeadEnd Crow. Maybe there is a band called DeadEnd Crow, and this guy is named after that band. I might have to look that up later. Alright, so the crew of Eden Zero is making their way to get to where Ziggy's bot manufacturing plant is. Holy has come aboard the Eden Zero. Holy says, well, so this is what it's like inside the Eden Zero. Hermit says, this will be your room. Wise is in the background, definitely checking out Holy's ass. Can't blame him. She got them clacking high heels. Clack, 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 clack. Hermit says, you're basically free to come and go wherever you like, but you can't go into the main control room or any of our major facilities. Holy says, yes ma'am. Hermit then says, you're so agreeable. I'm getting suspicious, as you should. It feels obvious that there's going to be a moment where she starts to gain their trust, then they find out what she's about. She loses their trust to a certain degree, and she has to fight to get it back. That feels like where this is going. Holy says, you'll monitor me the whole time anyway, won't you? True. Will you be peeking in on me on the toilet and in the bath too, I wonder? She says while looking at Wise. She knows what he's about. Wise says, we would never do that. Obviously flustered. Hermit then says, Shiki's orders. We won't watch you any more than necessary. He says, as long as she's on our ship, she's one of us. Interesting. That is how Shiki tends to look at things. So, Holy is, to a certain degree, a member of the Eden Zero now. Fascinating. It feels so obvious this is gonna bite them. But at the same time, with Chris, Klein, Wise, Laguna, they were all enemies at one point, so it's not totally unfathomable that she will join them at some point fully, and it's very rare for a guest on the Eden Zero not to eventually become a full crew member. That tends to actually happen a lot, interestingly enough. Like, everyone who was previously a guest has become a full member of the crew. So, we'll see if the pattern holds true, or something else might be switched around or changed. Is Mashima luring us in with the way things have been up until now? And, okay, Holy says to Hermit after that little talk about their suspicions, Holy says, and I would never betray dear sweet Shiki. And then she thinks to herself, at least not for now, which is just like, okay, so it's being made very clear to us she's going to betray them, but it can't be that simple. It feels too obvious. It feels too obvious. And thus we come to the kitchen of the Edens. Hermit says, this is Eden's kitchen, the mess hall. Hermit says, something smells good. No, Holy says, something smells good. I do enjoy cooking myself. Couchfo says, well, an admirable hobby for a beautiful woman. Laguna says, looks don't affect a love of cooking. True. Chris says, I have a talent for cooking hot dogs. Since you're here, maybe I'll let you try some of mine. I'll let you try mine sometime. Sorry. Oh. That's so weird to have Chris actually offer to do something for someone. Geez, a few years has really changed him. Klein says, this person, he is my brother. And those are Miss Couchfo and Lugarnieri. I swear to God, his full name, Luganarino. Holy says, yes, I know. I have done my homework on the crew here, Klein dear. And Chris says, do you want to try my hot dog? And I didn't pick up on this, but Wise says, not another word, you oblivious pervert. I'm like, dude, Wise, you're the only one talking about your hot dog. Jesus Christ. You're the only pervert here. Ooh, the dress factory. Oh man, haven't seen that in a long time. I remember when Witch was involved with the whole dress factory thing. I miss Witch Regent. Damn, feel like I'm nostalgic. I guess it's Hermit saying this is the dress factory. It's our wardrobe room. It will instantly create any outfit you design. Ooh, Holy is very fascinated by it. She says, ooh, I love it. Pino says, you input the clothing you want to wear here. Then you push this button, and ta-da! Aw, Pino's in a little bunny suit. Oh my god, he's so adorable. Ugh, so adorable. Even Holy's just like, ooh, how cute. And of course, Wise, being who he is, says, go on, Miss Holy, you should try it. This outfit, for example. Oh, damn. Holy in a bunny suit. Yes, yes, please. Holy in a maid's outfit. Holy in a very sensual kimono. Damn. Though she always has that weird thing on her head. It just changes shape with each outfit. And kind of designed to a certain degree. She's got some nice assets, though. Holy says, oh my, this is fun. Wise says, do this next one. Do this one next, you gotta. Wise, I swear. Hermit is even looking at him like, dude, you thirsty. Please grab yourself a Sprite or something. Holy says, by the way, as I was saying earlier, I've done some research on all of your background. But I couldn't find a single file on you, little Pino. Fascinating. Pino says, you mean me? Hermit says, she is next generation of shining stars, created by Ziggy, an anti-bot android. Holy says, anti-bot? Then you're exactly what we're going to need in this battle. Pino says, yes, Shiki is my master now. I'm prepared to fight Lord Ziggy. Holy gives her this look. Okay, whatever she's gonna do, it's gonna involve Pino. That much is obvious. Hermit, now naked, shows Holy, only in a towel. This is the spa of Eden, says Hermit. It will heal fatigue, of course, and it can also activate the ether in your body. And that cheesecake. Rebecca and Homura both very naked. Rebecca says, Hermes, so the best way to make friends is to bear it all, is that it? I'm not thirsty. You're thirsty. Homura says, my heart just skipped a beat. Oops, I said that out loud. Homura, your gay is showing. Put it away. Happy says, the water here feels really nice. Man, that one shot, you can damn near see all of Holy's butt. Just all that butt. Holy says, and a hot soak while gazing at the Kaede? I think it's Kaede. Kaede skies, how very refined. Rebecca, God, Mashima, you in these poses. Rebecca says, I prefer the view of in the Sakura cosmos. Holy says, now that you mention it, are you all from the Sakura cosmos? Hard to tell if that's casual conversation or if she's trying to get information. But she's also stripping, so I don't care. Hermit says Laguna is from Aoi. Oh. Holy says, while getting ready to rinse herself before she goes into the bath, I'm from the Yukino cosmos. Yukino. Wait, Yukino. Wasn't she in Fairy Tail? Yukino. Yeah, wasn't that Angel's sister? Angel from the Eurasian says. What? Am I right? Am I remembering that correctly? That name sounds so familiar. Moving on. Holy says, Sakura, Oi, Kaede, Yukino, do you know what they call all four of these cosmos together? Homer says the four cosmos. Happy says, don't they just group them all together as the four cosmos? Holy says, yes, but they have another name too. I never actually thought about this. Holy says, Sakura represents spring, Aoi is summer, Kaede is fall, Yukino is winter. They're the four seasons, you see. And some call it the Grand Shiki Cosmos because Shiki means four seasons. Son of a bitch! I never even thought about that. Well, no, I wouldn't have thought about that because I see with the sakura it's just like, okay, yeah, spring. Sakura trees in spring. That's very common. I never would have associated Oi with summer, but they did go to a summer planet. Kaede, dude, it's a checker pattern universe. I never would have thought fall with that. But Yuki, yeah, Yuki, snow, winter. That makes sense. And Shiki does mean 4 seasons. Huh. Okay, what significance is there? That is okay. Mashima's tipping his hand that there's significance in Shiki's name. But what? The Grand Shiki Cosmos. Huh. Yeah, something about that, like there's something big there. Something big to that name that we're supposed to be catching on to, but yeah, I gotta stop dwelling on there's not enough information to draw a conclusion from that. And of course Rebecca in shock says Shiki. Holly says, do you suppose it's a coincidence? Of course it's not. Shiki. Interesting. Alright, Hermit now still showing Holy around, says this is the infirmary. It's basically Sister's room. Sister cries out from the door, I'm doing an examination, come back later. Lobelia. Hermit says, you heard her. We say, Sister, examining Lobelia. Sister very enthusiastically says, well, I don't know the name of whatever this disease is, but I'm sure we can work something out. Lobelia says, what? Sister says, in exchange, you'll have to stay on the ship a while, long term. Lobelia says, but wait a minute, work something out? What do you mean? Sister says very smugly, you'll get better, or rather, I'm going to cure you. And Sister is one for a challenge. Lobelia says, but that's every single doctor I've ever seen said. Sister says, have you been looked at by an android doctor? All doctors, human or android, have their own fields of expertise. On top of that, I can use ether healing. With my powers, I can cure you. Says that with a lot of confidence, and Lobelia starts to break down a little bit. Lobelia says, really? Sister says, be sure to thank Rebecca for bringing you to see me. Which reminds me, I hear you were quite a bully to our little Rebecca. I get it. She has such masochist vibes. Sister does have a weird interest in Rebecca. Yeah, and Moscow says, me too. I'm a massive masochist. Oscar, shut up. Just shut up. Huh. Okay. An image of a sister in a towel spanking a naked Rebecca who's tied up. And she's spanking her with a riding crop. Sister says, once I tied her up naked and whipped her on the backside. What the hell? And Lobelia says, I never did anything that mean, and I had no idea Rebecca was into that. Moscow says, I am much more massively masochist. Moscow, shut up. Okay, the briefing room. Shiki says, Holy, since we're working together, I have one more condition. Holy says, aren't we the greedy one? What is it now? Shiki says, Elsie's gonna be helping us with this mission. I need you to take care of Justice. Holy says, I can't do that. I told you, remember? The Oreshian says Interstellar aren't authorized to give each other orders. But on the other hand, that means our friend Justice can't stop me from joining forces with you and sweet Elsie. Shiki says, can't you at least ask him to stay out of our way? Holy says, it would only backfire. As soon as he knows Elsie's involved, he'll come running. True. Very true. Connor says, blow me down. What an obsessive young lad. Shiki says, okay, fine. I guess we'll start the strategy meeting. Holy says, wait a minute. You, Mr. Connor, was it? Connor says, I wouldn't argue if he called me captain. Holy says, if I remember correctly, you're a fugitive from Lendard. Connor says, aye, that I am, and what a glorious escape it were. Holy says, the $1,000,000 question here. So what were you doing there? Connor says, I were working. Holy says, a human on an all-android planet, your job? Connor says, it be a job called scanning. It were easy work for what they was paying. They'd collect professionals from all kinds of fields, and I were there as an expert helmsman. They paid us to let them scan our knowledge and skills to teach it to their robots. Oh, that that's why he brought in Connor, for his skills in order to upload them to someone else. That makes a lot of sense. Shiki says, and those robots were Ziggy's soldiers, the skeleton army. Holy says, that's disgusting. Connor says, I told you, I didn't know. When I found out, I ran. Holy says, and you never saw Ziggy? Connor says, nay. Holy says, what about DeadEnd Crow? Connor says, nay. We got all our instructions via AI. I never even saw a single robot swabby. But during me escape, I saw a giant that shivered me timbers. I reckon it were a weapon of Ziggy's. Ooh, that thing's a big boy. Oh, Holy says that was DeadEnd Crow. That massive robot is DeadEnd Crow? How the shit? That raises a lot of questions. Hermit says, so it's true. He did team up with Ziggy. Connor says, no. What I saw were a giant bigger than the Eden Zero itself. It had to be a giant battle bot. Holy says, with a very cold look in her eye. Oh, didn't I tell you? DeadEnd Crow is also known as the Titan of Eternal Darkness. Jesus. Shiki has a very worried look on his face. And then we see it. DeadEnd Crow, a silhouette of him at least, at 420 meters tall. Dang, that's a freaking skyscraper. Jesus. He's a living fortress. Oh, that would explain why Ziggy teamed up with him. How do you... that's the end of the chapter. How do you take something like that down? Okay. No wonder DeadEnd Crow has been able to cause so much destruction. At that size, he steps and kills millions. I do wonder. It feels like Connor's hiding something. I mean, we know Holy is hiding something, but I also have to wonder if maybe she'll come around to the way of thinking of the Eden Zero. I do also wonder if Justice is going to get involved with things, whether they want him to or not. I mean, he's still pursuing Elsie, as well as Hamra, because of what he thinks happened, what he thinks she did. Since they're trying to create Lobelia is interesting enough. I'm not sure where that's going to lead, though. I wonder what the significance of this whole subplot with Lobelia is going to be, because it has to be significant to something, to some degree. And I do have to wonder how Holy's machinations are gonna come into play. Like, it's so obvious she's planning something to use against them, but, like, how that's gonna work. And the whole Shiki's name thing, what does that mean? Does he, like, represent the various four cosmos as a whole? Is he a representative of all of them? Is Shiki an entity that was reborn? Is it possible Shiki is a part of Ziggy? Ziggy's humanity given life? Because that's what I've been thinking. If Ziggy made his way to Mother, is Shiki a part of Ziggy, maybe? Because we know Ziggy made it to Mother, but we don't know what he wanted, do we? Was that mentioned and I just wasn't paying attention? A lot of mysteries. Let me know your thoughts and theories in the comment section below. Also, if you liked this video, feel free to subscribe and never miss out on another video. Or don't. I'm not your daddy, but I still love you like one. Until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, not nearly as tall as DeadEnd Crow, but I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.